Hello viewers, in our video tutorial we are going to look at two questions that came out in the Neco 2021 examination, the objective pass question 15 and 16. But if you haven't taken exams like this, you're going to benefit so much from the solution we are going to provide to these two questions on set and GP. Now, in these two questions, we are requested to solve this question and the options are provided. Now, let's look at the first question. The first question says, in a class of 30 students, every student has at least a ruler. If 25 students have white rulers and 20 students yellow rulers, how many students have rulers of both colors? Now we are going to consider the set theorem and then we'll use it to solve this question using set notation. While the second question says you should five numbers form a a geometric progression if the second and the fifth numbers are 9 and 243 respectively, find the common ratio. Now let's go straight and see how we can get the solution to these two questions. We're going to see how we can find the solutions to these two questions. Now to solve this question, the first thing we need to do is to first of all draw this set diagram. Once we draw the set diagram, we can be able to isolate all the parameters in the set diagram. Now, this is for the white and this is for the what? For the yellow. Now we are told that the class is made up of 30 students. That means students with white ruler and students with yellow ruler are all what? 30. So number of students that are in union of both white and yellow is what? Is 30. Now we were told that 25 students has white what? Ruler. The ruler here is 25, and 20 students have yellow ruler. Now they say how many students have both of the ruler. This is what we are looking for. Now, if number of students with white ruler is equal to what? 25, and the number of students with what? With yellow ruler is equal to what? 20. Now the question say you should find the intersection of those two what? Of those two sets. W and what? And Y, which is equal to what we are looking for. Now, if we look at that very well, we have some set notation we use in solving question like this. When it comes to the addition and subtraction of sets, we come to know that the number of value in a union of a set W union Y will be equal to, that's the universal set, the number of sets, the number of elements in W plus the number of elements in Y, the number of elements that have Y, minus the number of elements in what? W intersect what? Intersect P, intersect Y. Now that is how it goes. So the union of the two sets is equal to what? 30. And 30 will be equal to the number that has white ruler. This n will signify the number that have what? White ruler. These are not the elements, these are the numbers that have white ruler is 20 plus the number that has yellow rulers is what? 25. No, rather this is what? 25 while this is what? 20. So we have 25 plus what? 20. While the number that is the intersection of both of them, we don't know. We have it as what? We have it as what? X in our set diagram. Now, simplifying this, we'll have our 30 to be equal to 25 plus 20. That will give us what? 45. 45 minus what? Minus X. So we are looking for the value of what? For the value of X. So here we can say 45 minus X is equal to what? Equal to 30. So if 45 crosses the equal to sign, we'll have our minus x to be equal to what? 30 minus what? 30 minus 45. 30 minus 45 will give us what? Minus 15. So our minus x will be equal to minus what? Minus 15. So minus will cut minus, right? So our x will be equal to what? Our x will be equal to 15. Now, do you get that? Do we have that in the options? Yes, we have option D as the solution to that question. So you see, we have set notation, and such set notation like this are used to solve questions like this, where we find the universal set or the union of both sets is equal to what? The number of sets in this plus the number of sets in this minus the intersection of the two what? Of the two sets. Now let's look at the next question. In the next question, we are asked to find the we are asked to find we're asked to find the common ratio. We have five numbers that forms a geometric progression. Now, the first term of that number is what? The first term is the second and the fifth term are 9 and 2, 4, 3 respectively. We are asked to find the what? The common ratio. Now, let's assume that we have five numbers. Remember, the first number in any arithmetic progression is the first term, which is A. We don't know the second number is 9. We don't know the third number. We don't know the fourth number, but they told us that the fifth number is 4, 2, 4 what? 2, 4 what? 3. That is it. So we want to find the common what? The common ratio. Now, the first term of an arithmetic progression is always what? A. We aren't given the first term. Our A is not given. We don't know what our A is. Now, what about our last term? Are we giving our last term? Yes, we are giving our last term. But these parameters doesn't what matter because it is 2, 4, 2, 2, 4, 3 because they say there are five numbers. So our n is equal to what? We have n to be equal to 5. These parameters doesn't matter, but it's good to write them out. Now, the second term of an arithmetic progression is equal to what? AR, right? Remember, the general formula is what? AR n raised to power minus what? 1. That is the what? The general formula for the nth term of an arithmetic what? Progression. So if we have number of terms to be 2, 2 AR raised to power 2 minus 1 will be equal to what? 1. So the second term, which is this, will be equal to what? 9. We'll take that to be equation what? 1. Now we'll now look at the fifth term. The fifth term is going to be AR raised to power what? AR raised to power 5 minus 1. 5 minus 1 will give us what? That will give us AR raised to power what? 4. So the fifth term will be what? AR raised to power 4. This is AR raised to power 1 equal to what? 2, 4, 3. Now, we don't have a need of this. We are going to cancel all these because they are not necessary. Now, let's face the question properly and solve the question properly the way we should. We should solve them. Now, having gotten those two equations, those are the two equations we can use to solve our question. So this is going to be equation, this is going to be equation 2. So what we are going to do now is to divide, in order to simplify these two simultaneous equations, we are going to simplify equation, we're going to divide equation 2 by equation 1. So divide equation 2 by equation 1. That will give us what? AR raised to power 4 divided by what? Divided by AR raised to power 1. we have what? 243 divided by what? By 9. Now, A will cut A, right? Now, we have our what? Our R raised to power 4 divided by what? By R raised to power 1. R raised to power 4, we have R times what? Times R times what? Times R times what? Times R divided by what? R will cut R. So what will be left remaining is R raised to power what? 3. And that will be equal to what? 243 divided by 9. If you do that using your calculator, you're going to have what? 20 what? 27. Right? Good. So that will give us 27. So the main thing we need to do now is to simplify this. So what can we raise to power 27 that will give us what? The 3 that will give us what? 27. That will give us what? 3 raised to power 3. So we'll have our R raised to power 3 to be equal to what? 3 raised to power 3, because 3 times 3 is 9. 9 times 3 is what? 27. Now, do you notice something in that last line we just formed? That the power are the same. So if the power are the same, that means the power can cut what? The power, while our what will now be left with our R to be equal to what? Equal to 3. And R is a common what? Ratio which we are asked to look for. So our result will be what? Will be 3, which is what? Which is D. So you see, solving objective questions like this can be very easy. All you need to do is to simply get the scope of the answer and then see how you can solve the question completely. If you like this video, I want you to hit the subscribe button and also share this video with friends. Thanks so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you watch our subsequent videos.